Hi friends, today I'm going to be sharing with you my plan with me for the month of March in my B6 Wonderland notebook. All right, so if you haven't watched my plan with me in my B6 Wonderland planner, I'll leave a link to that in the cards, but the theme that I used is from the style planner, and I'm continuing that theme here in this notebook. The theme is adventure, and it's that forest, nature, theme and aesthetic, and I just really love it. I talk about it a little bit in the planner plan with me, but I love the color scheme. I love nature and the forests and the woods and mountains. So I thought that this would be perfect for the month of March, that little element of green without being like, bam, St. Patrick's Day, in your face. So for the month of March, I originally decided to do a cover page and a quote page. And as I was writing out the word March on this cover page, I realized that there was a lot of blank space. I used these stickers that look like ripped pieces of scrapbook paper that have been pasted into the notebook, and just the way that they were laid, in addition to the month, the word March, it just felt like there was a lot of extra white space. So I ended up combining the quote page and the cover page, and I really like how that turned out. The quote that I used is from Bob, is it Beechin? I might be saying his name wrong. It's Bitchin. But the quote is from him, and it says, "Attitude is the difference between an ordeal and an adventure." And I just thought that fit the theme really well. Plus, I love the sentiment that, depending on how you approach things, if you look at it in a more positive light, then, it looks different, right? And then I went ahead and added some of the deco from the style planner from this theme. And I'm laying down just a moon and the stars. And then there's these little crosses or X's that I kind of spread throughout the page to add a little bit more kind of a random element. Obviously not really random because I'm intentionally placing them in different places. And I really like how this cover page turned out. All right, on this next page, it's going to be a full spread. This is going to be my daily gratitude page, and I'm using these washi strips, again, from the style planner. The washi strips and those ripped, like, scrapbooking pages, stickers that I used on the cover page, they're both on a transparent sticker paper that feels a little bit more plasticky, or like it has a plastic coating on it. So they're a tiny bit thicker. They're not like super thick. They're still very flexible, but they're a tiny bit thicker than your traditional sticker on like regular sticker paper. And they were a little bit hard for me to cut through, which if you watch my plan with me in my planner, you'll see me kind of struggle with it a little bit. Fortunately, I did not have to do any cutting or trimming in the notebook. They just fit nicely right across the top. And I tried to mix the colors and the patterns and have the darker colored washi strips on the bottom with the lighter colors on the top. I'm just writing in the words daily gratitude as the title for this spread. And I'm using the Pentel sign pen. The blue and yellow packaging is because it's a Hobonichi freebie. It was from 2021 for certain planners or journals that you purchased from the Hobonichi website directly. And because I'm left-handed and trying not to smear this ink on this thin Tomoe River paper, I had to cover it up. I had to place down not a blotting sheet, but like a protective sheet. All right, I'm going ahead and numbering all of the days of the month, and I give myself 2 lines per day to just write in things that I'm thankful for or happy about. It's kind of like a gratitude and also like a highlight of my day. The next page is going to be my TBR list or my to be read list, and this month I have a ton of books. February was really busy for me, so I started literally 7 books or 6 books and then one book I had carried over from January. So I had 6 books that I started in the month of February that I have not finished. And so on my TBR list, I have 7 books. I went ahead and put down the washi strips from the Style Planner washi strip page, and then wrote out my title to be read. And as you can see here, I have 6 books listed. I end up writing a 7th book today as I'm editing, because I thought I would finish the book before the end of February, but I didn't. So I actually have 7 books that I'm continuing. And I do have one new book that I have not started, but I do have it checked out from the library. So I'm hoping to get to that as well. Fingers crossed I can do all this reading this month. We'll see. On the right side of the page is where I'm going to start my dailies. I do not pre-plan the daily pages except for like the first page that I'm actually going to be using. So for my dailies, I do like to have a washi border. The border that I'm using is a tan colored washi from Simply Gilded, and it's the traditional bow washi with the light gold foiling on it. So I put the washi on the top and the bottom. I also have another Simply Gilded washi that is blue with white florals and has little birds in the background. And I might go back and forth and use some of that washi on my dailies. I haven't decided yet. So all of these stickers that I'm flipping through right now are from the Sticky Club's advent calendar from this past Christmas. So they had a 25-day advent calendar for each of their 3 themes, and I got all 3 themes. So I have 75 sheets of stickers, decorative stickers that I would like to use. And so I'm just going through and deciding which are kind of nature oriented and also fit the color scheme. Like those mushrooms were a little bit too colorful for this theme. So I settled on the hedgehogs, and then I was debating about the leaves, but ended up deciding to go with the like travel journals and magazines. And the idea behind this is that I use 1 sticker for each day next to each of my dailies. And for my dailies, it's basically just a running to-do list. And so you can see here, I'll actually put down one of the hedgehog stickers, and then I write the day of the week and also the date. And then on that day, at the beginning of the day, I'll just do a bullet list of tasks that need to get done. All right, the last thing that I'm putting in, which is way out of order and should have been added first, but that's this sheet of vellum paper. This is also from the Style Planner, and I wanted to tip it in at the very beginning as kind of a cover to my cover page, if that makes any sense. I end up tipping it in using Scotch tape, and the Scotch tape that I'm using is the frosted kind, which is not ideal because on vellum it is quite visible, at least in person. And I don't really like how it looks, but I did not have any of the completely clear Scotch tape or cello tape. So because this notebook is fairly new and is not quite thick and chunky yet, it's still lying quite flat. So I was able to easily tip it in and get the page to line up very, very close to the spine. However, I know if you're, putting this in to a notebook that is quite chunky and the spine has started to curl a little bit, then you might have to wedge it in with a gift card or something. But for me, it was really easy to just kind of lay it flat, line everything up really carefully, and lay the tape down. I would have put all the tape on the back of the vellum page, but then it would have overlapped with the stickers, and I like that even less. So tape on the front and then a piece of tape in the middle so that it doesn't lift up in the back. And then I just rounded the corners, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I do add a few more deco stickers to each of the pages for Daily Gratitude and the TBR list, because I felt like it was a little bit empty looking with just the washi, and I wanted to have a little bit more of that decorative element and use some of the stickers that I have. All right, so we have one last flip through of the planner. As you can see, it's a really short layout. Obviously, as the month progresses and I continue to write all my dailies out, and I do usually do a daily every day, the number of pages will increase. But that's it for the month of March. Let me know down below what your theme is for the month of March if you go by themes. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.